Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of HyperRogue. I tried to record an episode before this, but I got super confused editing the configuration. Everything got all messed up. I'm gonna try again here. So animation speed is currently 1. And I was reading on the forums, some people suggested changing it somehow, but I don't know. I'm gonna try setting it to 2 and see what happens. Let's see, what else was there? They also suggested wall display mode equals plain. ASCII is, could be interesting, I guess. I thought of setting monsters and everything to ASCII when I was first starting the game, because then I'll just know what everything is and I won't have to read about it, right? I won't have to figure out, is this a wall or a bad guy? But I haven't really had trouble with that. So I think just that leaving it look like something pretty instead of the roguelike. It certainly is tempting to be an at. But I also want to try out the high contrast mode. Because it seems like I sometimes miss enemies who... Okay, this does seem faster. I'll give this a try. I miss enemies near the edge of the map, or sometimes I miss items. And apparently you can toggle it in-game by holding down Alt, but I've just set it so that the high contrast is the default, which maybe makes it easier for me to notice enemies when they're arriving. I also, people were talking general strategy, and one thing they mentioned, I didn't notice that guy until he was right next to me anyway, so I'm not sure this is really helping. Okay, now I see that guy, he's over there. Would I have noticed him otherwise? Maybe. A matter of basic strategy is that heptagons are more important than I realized. Because walking through a heptagon is dramatically more efficient than walking around one. And that's not really true for hexagons. So you can create trouble for monsters by forcing them to go through a heptagon to get to you. Are there more monsters coming? I don't see any. If there's several monsters chasing you, then by forcing them to go through a heptagon like this, that's what has the effect of forcing them to line up. Not just running away in general, but forcing them to move through heptagons. Wow, these high contrast ivies are nuts. And honestly, not at all useful. It's kind of hard to pick out the yellow in this color scheme, huh? I'm not sure what the plain wall display has bought me. I can still tell they're walls. Doesn't seem to have helped. Let's turn that back off. Escher, fine. They look nice. I see. They were just plain old, cubes, or... Not cubes, but... They were just regular polygons, and now they're these other weird things. I see. Okay. Let's actually save the current configuration, shall we? I kind of like the high contrast, except for these ivies. And another thing that was brought to my attention is that in most lands, there are very few... Most monster spawns happen when you reveal new tiles, not just sort of over time. There's a little bit of monsters appearing over time, but God, these ivies are impossible to figure out in high contrast mode, so let's just, in the jungle, not use that. I don't know. So you can sort of manage enemy spawns by doing a lot less walking around. And waiting for all the enemies who have spawned to sort of come get you. Okay, so now I'm noticing several enemies, or maybe just one to the north, that I would not have noticed otherwise. I would definitely not have seen this ape in low contrast mode. And I see that there's several ivies up there, but they don't really matter. So that's an advantage of high contrast, is that I can see enemies on the horizon more effectively, which was the whole point. It makes it harder to fight ivies. Maybe I should just get used to it. Where is the yellow on this ivy? It's up there. Well, okay. Yeah, this is okay. And it was sort of I can't afford to walk in there. I could get cornered. It was sort of nice to hear people on the forums complaining about the lands that I thought were the most difficult. Or at least discussing them as being difficult. Not because I think, oh, they're so hard they should be removed, just because I think that it's good to realize that I had a good perception of how difficult they are. Like the Rose Garden, even though I didn't go in, I was like, this place looks horrifying, and everyone says it's pretty darn hard. Zebra is extremely hard, which, I mean, it seemed extremely hard to me, and people on the forums also think it's extremely hard. So, I mean, I'm convinced. What's up there? An alchemist lab. Great. I don't see any particular need to collect a bunch of rubies, and I'm not particularly good at it either, so... I do the ice... Now, interestingly, the contrast doesn't make as big a difference in here, does it? I don't know. You kind of have to make a choice of which lands you're going to try to get 25 on. You could go for all of them, but that sounds hard and unnecessary. So I think both the lands where it's easy and the lands where it's like difficult-ish but high reward are good choices. Like, oh, whoops, I just killed that item. The thing about Alchemist Lab is that you get Orb of Speed, which is just so disgustingly good. And on top of that, it seems not terribly hard, generally, for me. I'm not sure if this high contrast mode is helping out much. I'm going to actually pass a few turns here and see if any... I don't see any more slimes arriving. So this is something that I should be doing more often, I think. Is, Are you coming? Orb of Flash over that way. Is, waiting for enemy spawns. If I'm in a situation where I can kill some monsters, now that oh, that's another thing I wanted to change. Basic configuration? No. Advanced configuration. Ranged orbs, shift-click only, yes. I don't know, this might make me stop accidentally using up my orbs. I don't think this is a ranged orb, and so it probably won't be affected, but for some things it might. Anyway, but... well, there goes... Yeah, okay, so it didn't make any difference to Flash. And actually, if it's not going to do anything for Flash, I'm not going to turn it on for anything else either. Because... I don't normally click on things, so if I click on something, it's probably because I intend to use a power, right? Well, I was saying something about clearing out monsters periodically. If I'm in a situation where, like, I'm doing okay combat-wise, and there are monsters on the screen, I should make a habit of waiting around for the rest of the monsters. No, this isn't going to work. I'm going to kill the item, but, you know, it's fine. Because they don't just appear randomly over time, it's not like when you're at 25 monsters, treasures, that is. The monster spawn rate is just so through the roof that you can't keep up with it. If you just sit still, you'll eventually kill all the monsters on the screen, I think, basically. And there won't be a lot more coming. Let's grab this and then go back this way where there seem to be several. Up this way. Anyway, it seems like that's a way that you can keep monster in generation in check. I really hate using up my orbs of speed on this, but I can't let this many enemies be on the screen. Is that another orb of speed up there? No, it's an enemy. But there's 2 treasures this way, so sure. And indeed, another orb of speed. Great. We're up to 20. Good. One problem with high contrast mode is that monsters and orbs don't look as different as I might like. Okay, there we are. We're at 25, and we're just about out of that speed orb. So here is a situation where I would really like to wait for some enemies to appear for a while. On the other hand, there's a Land of Eternal Motion just that way, and a speed orb. So, you know what? See you later, monsters. Although I will need you to turn a place red for me. There we go. Alright. So we're up to 60 treasures, no problems there. And it is indeed easier to see the treasures with high contrast mode on. Like that one to the north, I'm not sure I would see at all. The northwest even, I probably wouldn't see. The one way to the north, I definitely wouldn't see. Well, I didn't notice this guy in time. That's dumb of me. Ah, but since I have the speed orb, haha, see ya. I can actually dart out in front of him like that, which you normally can't do. Wow, look at all these. So it seems like going through heptagons is just, in general, useful. If you don't know, I don't know. There might be cases where it's bad. Whoops. There I wanted to pick up the treasure, of course. But it seems like in general, if you don't have a better plan, move through a heptagon. It'll help you get away from an enemy most of the time. A lot more often than going through a hexagon will, anyway. See? We just ditched that guy. More enemies from the north. Okay. Oh, there's something up there. What is it? Icy land. No thanks. More enemies from the north. I think I'll curve left here. Yeah, we're up to 75 treasures total. Okay, what's to the east here? Overgrown woods. Wow, that was... Does that require 30 or 60 treasures? 60. Yikes. Well, Overgrown Woods was a lot of fun, even though it was quite hard. So if I can get in there, I will. Is that what kind of tree is that? Oh, I can't get in. It doesn't matter what kind of tree. I can't stop to cut it down, period. Uh-oh. Let's get out of here. Okay, it looks like we're aborting on the plan of going to the Overgrown Woods. I could really use like an orb of safety or something in here. On the other hand, like, we're doing fine. We're having to run from things, but not in an uncomfortable way. A rose garden, I think I will pass. What is that up to the north? A living fjord? Ugh. I don't love living fjords. They're hard. Okay, I see a lot of enemies, I think. Maybe some... Oh, whoops, I stepped the wrong direction there. Oh, an orb of safety. Yeah, let's go pick that up, shall we? See ya. We could save the game if we wanted. How amazing. Is that monsters over here? No, it's a treasure. But I wouldn't have seen it at all without high contrast mode, so that's nice. We're at 22, which is way more of these things than I've ever collected, I think. Maybe I've had like 16 before or something, but not more than that. Okay. Yeah, we might make it up to 25, although I don't know how important orbs of safety are elsewhere. It'd be nice anyway. What is this? A desert. I would like to make my way to the desert if I can. Although I would also... Oops, can't get in that way, huh? I would also like to get out of this land of eternal motion. Yeah. I'm gonna have to come back later to pick up that one last feather, I think. Which is kind of a shame, but I don't think I can go back out there right now. Where's that to the south? Overgrown woods again, huh? Let's do some desert first. Desert should be pretty easy. So far so good this game, though. Haven't made any blunders that I'm aware of. A crossroads is tempting. And yeah, there's an orb of storms even, which is cool. Oh, can I kill these guys with orbs, maybe? Nope. Yikes. See you later. I got a new desert to go to. I kind of thought that would kill them, honestly. Ah, going the wrong way, going the wrong way. Help, help, help. Okay, I need to stop and trim down the enemies a little. Gotta remember my new combat plan. To, like, pass turns to encourage enemies who are already on the screen to come get me, rather than creating new ones. Was that to the north? There's a bad guy up there. Look how far away I can see bad guys now. There's one over there too, huh? Of course I rotated the view to get back to center, and now I have no idea where that bad guy I found was. There's a thumper up there? I don't know. I really would just like to get out of this desert. Over to the west is a bad guy, okay. I'm not really too keen on getting 25 in this desert. I don't think the orb you get as a reward is that good, even though I don't remember exactly what it is. How good could it be, right? Okay, now let's run away from all those sandworms. The living caves, I would love to get 25 in. Minefield? Oh, I can't actually get there anyway, I guess. This way? Which monster is this? It's a goblin, okay. I'm sort of used to telling them apart from trolls by color, which is a little hard in high contrast mode. Alright, we're up to 4 gold. What is? How did you get in there, Mr. Troll? You look trapped. What's down here? A dry forest. I don't really want to walk into such a narrow corridor right now. It doesn't feel like a good idea. That's a goblin? Yes. That's probably a troll, right? Yes. Oh, I'm up to 100 kills, so I can go to the graveyard if I want. Okay. A lot of gold up this way. But a troll to contend with. Well, I think we've sealed up the area behind us a little bit anyway. So here's a question. If I pick up this gold, is it going to seal up the area behind me eventually? Clearly the square northwest of me is going to become rock. But I think that's about it. I gotta figure out what to do with all these enemies. There's a lot of gold over to the west. And I guess there's only one enemy coming right now, which is this goblin. So, why does it... Why does the view rotate so much? Like, it's obvious... I understand that when you're walking around, the view can rotate. But I wish it would remember the view you currently had, like, around where your character is standing, you know? There's a goblin coming. I think I'm gonna just wait for him. There. Good tactics applied, I think. And let's go back here. Wait for this goblin to reach us. There's a troll coming as well. Who's gonna get here first? The troll is 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles, and the goblin is, okay, closer than that. So... right? Yeah, and if I walk northwest, the troll will be 3 and the goblin will be 4, which I would prefer. Seal it off. Done. How much gold do we have? We have 13. Are there any enemies coming? There's one up there. There's a couple up there, actually. Let's try to head them off. Sure. I'm a little surprised we didn't seal off that rock troll to the southwest, actually. Okay, it's getting a little bit problematic in here. I need to get this area under control, not advance further. Okay, there's a troll coming. That's fine, though. I seem to have the area under control. There's a crossroads to the northwest. Do I try to pick up 10 more gold? Or do I head for the crossroads? I would like to have 10 more gold, because orbs of life are very valuable, I think. Getting golems everywhere, you know? Let's head for some more gold, but keep the exit nearby. Pass a few turns here. Nothing seems to be approaching. Oh, there's a guy down here. A troll, right? Yes. And another one. Okay, well, I sealed off that area for no particular reason. Oh, another crossroads to the northeast. Great, I can go get some more gold over there then. Let's wait for this goblin. Just don't spawn too many new enemies. There's several of them in the neighborhood now. Yeah. Okay. More gold. We're up to... Wow, there's a lot of gold here, but also a lot of monsters. Or a lot of new space, anyway, monsters could appear in. Okay, here comes a... goblin? Yes. Alright, this appears... Now there's more stuff from the north, a rock troll. Let's kill him here. Uh-oh, more monsters from the west. 2 trolls. Alright, wanna... No! Okay. That's bad. I didn't think I was going to get trapped like this, obviously. I thought I was going to have 1 turn to scoot away. So we're trapped. But I heard that ghosts have something to do... Ghosts can become walls? Ghosts act like floors, and so if you wait around long enough, you can sometimes be freed by a bunch of ghosts arriving. So I'm gonna try that. Not these seeps, but actual, like, the ghosts who sit here if you, like, spend 1,000 turns without doing anything. That is a ghost. Yeah, he's eating the walls up! But I'm dead anyway. Oh well. Too many ghosts all at once. Okay, so we were too careless with rock trolls, and maybe a little too greedy in the living caves. But I don't think it was too greedy. I think it was just too careless. We could have handled those 2 rock trolls, but didn't think hard enough about the situation I was getting into, and I walled myself in. So, I think we can... I think this game was honestly, like, pretty good. We got 100 and something treasures, but of course as soon as I press T, I lose track of which game it was. Although it looks like maybe our 4th... No. Our 7th best score. Yeah. Okay. Well. Fine. But I think we... our tactics have improved somewhat. We've learned a few new things. And I just need to be a little more... cautious about applying them, but I think I can start doing a little better in future. Anyway, it's time to end this episode because the game is over. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.